Hello everyone, welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name is Adam Smith. Today we're playing through Fireteam Zero. In the last part, we actually had Abe, who had been sitting in this particular location and could have done a free search action when it was clear in order to check it out. I did not do it. I probably should have, in hindsight. I want to thank the individuals for pointing that out. That it was a massive miss on my part. Could have really helped us out. However, we do have one major objective we're still going for, and that is to repair the ferry. So we still need two pieces from the intel deck in order to do so. The first one we've already found, thanks to Dawn, who's found a shed over here with some ferry fuel. And in order for us to actually obtain this and get an intel marker, which would then be placed on the Repair the Ferry objective card, we just essentially have to have another character come into this space, use an action in order to help Dawn out, and then we can get that fuel. So that's all we really need to do. However, we have to deal with all of these corrupted animals which continually keep pouring themselves onto the board and causing us all kinds of misery. Now, the one objective, though, we've already completed is the acquire specimen samples. We did this 3 times already, so we don't need to go about trying to do this any longer. We can just worry more so, not so much about our damage we're doing to them, but just really trying to eliminate as many corrupted animals as possible off the board. So let's get started. The very first thing we're going to do in the tactics phase is move our first player markers. So it's going to move from Dawn to Frank. So Frank is going to be our first player now. Frank is our marksman, so that's good. And then once per round, you may perform a bullet attack against a monster as a reaction when it moves into your location. So great. If he happens to be the focus of an attack later, which he likely will be for going first, he'll have a chance to actually retaliate as long as we leave cards in his hand. So he's going to be our first player. We're going to go ahead and decide whether we want to play a tactics card. And currently we only have this card here and this card here. We used almost all of our cards across our 3 players last round. So we don't have any tactics to play. So we can't do anything about the mass of monsters coming towards us, which is too bad. We're going to have to just go with flow here. So we're now going to go ahead and draw our cards up. So we'll start with Frank Twopenny Eaton, and we're going to go ahead and grab him some more cards. He's currently got 1, so we're going to need 4 more. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. So we don't have enough. We're going to have to shuffle our other deck up, but these are the 3 that he's going to get right now. I've already gone ahead and shuffle. Oh, I should say I've already gone ahead. I'm going to have to shuffle these right now, essentially, but I don't know which ones are which. These 3 will be added to the 1 he had prior, which will create 4 cards, and we'll need to just mix these up a little bit in order to create or grab his 5th card. So we'll do a couple little one-handed shuffles here, split the deck a couple times, and there we go. All right, so split it 1 time, grab the top card. There we go, direct hit. So put those cards aside, and we've got his 5 cards ready to go. And of course, we'll take a closer look at those in a second once we draw the rest of the players' cards or squad's cards. So Abe here's got 1 card previous, and we're going to go ahead and draw 4. He has a bigger deck, appears, left, so he'll be able to handle his 4 cards no problem without having to do any reshuffling. So these are the cards he gained. Awesome. We got a double Og. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Double Og? I don't even know, but anyway, it looks vicious, and it says tactical response. All of the heroes may immediately perform an action starting with the player on your left. That's really cool. So as a tactics response, you can really get the up and up on the enemies. We got shock strikes in here. I don't think we've seen that from him before, so those will be interesting. And center mass. These 2 particularly are melee attacks, which is really nice. So this will be really perfect for his situation with having a monster in his spot. We'll put those there, and then we're going to go ahead and grab Dawn's. Now, Dawn only has 1 card here, so he'll be flipping this and taking it, and then we'll be grabbing the rest of his cards, doing a quick little divide and shuffle here. And of course, I'm doing this one-handed, so forgive me for it not looking pleasant to the eye as we go ahead and mix these up as best as we can. And let's see if I can get these side by side. There we go. All right, and I'll split this halfway, and we'll go right from the middle. We'll take the first bunch we get here. So we got Satchel Charge, High X, Concussion Device, or Concussive Device, and another Concussive Device. There we go, so 5 cards. Okay, so we're all good there. We won't bother looking at them until we move into the next round here. We'll just take a look. We got a couple things that we can do for playing with allies. So he can aid, essentially, if we need to, but we'll take a look at that if we need it. So now we're going ahead and we've drawn up to 5 for all our characters. We'll move into our action cards. So we're going to go ahead now and start our hero phase. We're going to start with Frank, obviously. He goes first. So Frank's going to go ahead. We'll grab his 5 cards. As we know, from the previous phase here we just pulled cards from, and we will now start to figure out what we are going to do here. We've got some options. So Frank is here. Now, really, one of the major focuses for me is going to be, we are so close to the exit. And if I was able to get Frank over here and able to spend an action to help Dawn out, he can essentially then complete the ferry fuel objective. Now, if we read this ferry fuel objective, I believe there's a condition that says that Dawn's essentially stuck in place, I think, until he handles it. So this particular one says, you may not move or perform actions until another hero frees you by spending an action in this location. So essentially, we're going to have to actually have a... that's actually really bad. You may not move or perform actions. Okay, so really I have to get over here in order to have Dawn at least do something, which means we're then leaving Abe completely open. So if I choose to have, really we're in an interesting situation here, because if Frank decides to help Abe out, then Dawn can't do anything. And as of right now, with the amount of monsters coming this way, we might need to spend a turn where Frank actually helps Abe out in order to keep him from dying, because it looks like these monsters are going to be able to close in on Abe, and Abe is going to be in some trouble here. So what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to have to skip our objective right now. I'm going to have to give some backup to Abe because we need to get him out of here. He's a little bit surrounded at the moment, so we're going to have to clear up his area. Now, I could take a pot shot here, which would then allow our individual Abe to potentially move to here next turn. And it'd be fantastic if, because Abe goes after Frank, we could shoot this, free him up. Abe could then run out, but he would need just a reaction card to potentially get over here. So this could work out pretty good. 1, 2. Yeah, Frank will be the one that's going to be in a little bit of trouble, I think. So let's see what we can do here. What do we got for cards? Play before a minion activates, play after a monster attacks. That's not going to help. Play before an ally performs an attack to increase. Nope, nope, and nope. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is take a shot. I think having 4 dice with the bullets is probably good enough. Remember, though, we have that twist card that showed up last time, which says that all minions and elites have their resistance raised by 1. So the resistance on the corrupted animal now is going to be up 1 now, which is even harder to kill it. It's going to be now 4 needed in terms of bullets to take it down. So I could, as a marksman action, use Frank in order to take a shot here, which might make sense, I think. So I'm gonna have him do that. I'm gonna have him take a shot here at this particular individual. I think rolling 4 dice is probably good enough, and I want to keep as many cards in my hand as possible in case something goes really, really bad here in the future. And I really hope this pans out, because if it doesn't, I'm going to be in some serious trouble. So here we go. We got 4. We're using direct hit, basically trying to snipe this particular individual. We're going to see. Now, the only downside of doing this, if I go ahead and do this, explosive decomposition occurs. So maybe I don't. Okay. Let me think about this. Oh no, it's range 1, so I can only target this guy. I can't even target this individual unless I move over here and waste my movement. I don't want to get any close. I don't want to get any further away from the squad. So I'm going to shoot from here. It is going to cause an explosive damage if I kill him, which is going to hit Abe. But I got no other choice. I gotta take it out so I can give Abe the opportunity to run over here and hopefully get out of there. So here's hoping. All right, we're rolling 4 dice and we're hoping for the best here. Oh my gosh, that was the worst thing I've ever seen. Now, the only plus to this situation is we do have 1 specialist close by. Now, this specialist, Henry, says within range 1, you may reroll 1 attack die. So we can reroll one of these attack die and just pray that we happen to get 2 bullets on it. And we don't. So this is actually one of the first times that things didn't go our way. So we weren't able to actually kill this corrupted animal, and I've now used my attack, which is not good. So at this point, what I'm going to probably do is, because Abe's going to end up oh, this is bad. This is so bad. Everything just went downhill. I have to think about how I want to handle this now. Shoot. So at this point, I still have my movement. I could move to here. Not really useful. I could move into this spot with my guys, which wouldn't be a bad idea, potentially. Could help. Oh, this is tough. That did not go as planned, guys. So it looks like Frank... Now, if Frank moves into here, Frank can help take some... let's see. Now, if I move into here, the only advantage to this would be if, as these monsters come in, Frank on his turn has the ability to use opportunity fire to make a reaction attack against a monster when it's in its spawn. You can perform a bullet attack against a monster's reaction when it moves into location. It's likely that someone's going to move in here. That would be if Abe can't kill this monster, which I'm sure he can. If Abe was to kill, hypothetically, if Abe was to kill this monster, he would be able to move out. We hopefully could get him far enough away that he wouldn't be the target. So I got to look through my cards here to see if I have any reactions that allow. So I've already used this card, so we'll discard this one. I got to see if I have any reaction cards. What I'm thinking of is I'm thinking ahead to Abe's turn and whether I have anything that will help him get through terrain, because really that's what he needs in order to get through this difficult terrain to get over to our group. So I'm hoping Abe has, or not Abe, but I'm hoping Don has something as a reaction card that can help. Let's see. Minion play before a minion attacks, prevent all minions from location from activate. Ooh. Play the end of an ally's turn. You may move to their location. They draw one card. Oh, that would have been satchel charge at the beginning of this turn. Would have been just great. Play before a minion activates to prevent all minions in that location from activating. Oh, this is so painful. Okay, well, you know what? We've kind of got ourselves into a little bit of a jam here. Doesn't look like I have any movement stuff. So if that's the case, what I'm going to probably do in order to... Oh, this is tough. I'm going to probably have Dawn head... Oh man, this is so hard. To actually make the right decision in this situation is where really the strategy comes in, and it's really tough to know how this is going to pan out based on the monsters. So we're going to basically have Dawn shoot. The question is, I don't know if I should go in with these guys or not to help them or stay back. His turn's essentially burnt. It would make sense to get him back here so he can help to succeed at this check and leave Abe here. This might be bad. I don't know. Let's do that. I don't know. So we're going to do that. That's the end of Frank's turn. We're moving on to Abe, who's here. Abe has a reroll for an attack with Henry. Abe is definitely going to try to kill this thing, but he's going to be using melee. So if he uses melee, there's no splash damage because it's not bullets or bombs. So he can make that attack without any kind of worry that way. I do have quite a bit of stock. I have like stock strikes and that type of thing. I don't want to mess up on this. I need to guarantee this happens so I can get him out of here as fast as possible. So I'm going to use both of my stock strikes. This is so sketchy because this guy's here too, and he's going to be able to get up into this area as well. So this is really interesting. Okay, so for now I'm going to use these two, which is two melee attacks. Is what I'm rolling essentially. I'm using stock strikes. We're hoping for the best. That's going to give me 6 dice. I have one reroll in case things go downhill. We know that they have a resistance now to melee, which they didn't before, or they do normally, but now they have a resistance of 2 thanks to that tough card that they have here. So now this guy's going to still take 4 in order to kill, but it needs all melee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We did it. We don't need any more rerolls. Flat out kill. Great thing is this individual doesn't blow up or spit up on top of us, so that's awesome. So we've cleared that out perfectly. We can discard these 2 cards. Okay, so things are going okay for now. The other thing is now we can get the heck out of here as fast as possible. I'm just going to double check to make sure Don doesn't have any movement stuff that can help. I don't think he does. We have a lot of stuff that happens before minions activate, but for now we can ignore that. All right, so we're going to have these guys head out. We're going to get out of here as fast as possible. We don't want to leave them behind. So we're going to move diagonally. And the reason I'm moving diagonally instead of here is because of this guy. When he activates, he's going to be able to go across diagonally and then one more and he'd be on top of us if we moved into here. Instead, I'm going to move diagonally into here so he's got less of a chance to get there. He'd have to roll this activation dice and luck out in order to get to us. So hopefully that gives us a little bit of an advantage. We still have to deal with a couple guys that are probably going to get to us. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so the really bad news about this is that when it comes around to Dawn's turn, Dawn wasn't actually able to have this actually dealt with. So essentially it says you may not move or perform actions until another hero frees you by spending an action in this location. When you are freed, then you place an intel token. So I can't do anything with Dawn. So he's stuck in place completely useless this turn. So that's the end of my hero turn. That's really bad. At least I got the group together, but still not exactly what I wanted. Now we're going to move to the threat phase, so we know that the threat meter is going to move up to 8 now, which is okay because we don't have to pull a third twist, which would be terrible. Now we're going to go ahead and activate monster. So we can do this one at a time to find out what happens. I'm going to activate this guy first to see whether or not he actually can get to me. So this will be really entertaining. So we know that he's going to try to move towards essentially whoever's closest. So as of right now, he's heading towards Abe. So he'd be going 1 and 2. We'd have to roll. Oops. Have to roll and hope that he doesn't get a activation on movement. Oh, he did. It's the worst. Oh, and sorry, before I do that, actually... Oh, but I can't do anything about it now. I can't do that now. You can play reaction cards before a minion activates. I'll show you what that means in a minute. But I can't play it now retroactively because I've already rolled the dice. So this enemy is going to come in. Now the great thing about this, even though it looks bad, is Abe has his Overwatch ability. It says once per round you may perform an attack action against a monster as a reaction when it moves in your location. So I can basically react to this monster right now. The only downside being that if I take damage from Splash, which I'm going to likely, then essentially I'm going to have to lose a card. So I got to be smart about this. This would have been a great card to hold on to. So what really sucks is if I use 3 dice to roll and I don't get what I want, that could hurt me a lot. It would be great if somebody had a reaction that they could use. I don't think Dawn is stopped from using reactions. It just says you can't perform actions until another hero frees you by spending an action. So I'm not sure if reactions classify as an action for Dawn or not. I think they would, because I think anytime you spend a card, I would assume that would be oh no, but actions are performing a search or attacking. I think a reaction is different. So I'm going to look through Dawn's cards here, and I'm going to see if he has something that potentially could help me. Play at the end of an ally's turn, you move the location. Kill up to 4, play for a minion action. Okay, so nothing from Dawn anyway, so there's no help there. Does Frank have anything? Play for a minion? Nope. Play for an ally. Increase their attack strength by 1. I'm going to play both of these. No, because I can only play 1 reaction. And so what this is going to do is going to give me 4 dice. And I'm going to only play 1 of these from Abe's hand, because I want to keep this tactics card for later in case we need it. So this is going to allow me to go play before an ally performs an attack to increase their attack strength by 1. So my attack strength is going to go up. My attack strength right now is 3, so it's going to go to 4 dice. We're going to hope that we can land something good here. And remembering that we still need 4 bullets to kill it, but we do get a reroll. So here's hoping. We nailed it easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't even need to reroll. He's dead. So we've killed off that guy before he could attack. That's awesome. Both these cards are gone. I just need to make sure I put them in the right decks. That's the only downside now. So this one came from... shoot, let me just double check. This one came from Frank. And this one came from Abe. All right. And then Abe should have 2 cards left. He does. Perfect, and we're good. All right, now we're going to activate the next monster, which is this guy. So this guy's going to go... Now this is where we can stop for a second, think about reactions. So like last time, we didn't do that. Does Abe have anything that says he can stop an enemy from reacting? I have lots of cards with Dawn that can stop. So play before a minion and activates to prevent all minions in that location from activating. So I can play this card, Concussive Device. It just says, oh, but it's range 1, so that's not going to work. Oh, that's the thing. It's not going to help because they're so far away. Oh, no. So the only person that could really help me is myself, because I could go range 2 if I had a card that had a range 2 tactic for a reaction. I don't. I have range 1 reactions. Oh, this is not good. Okay, I can't do anything about it. He's going to come in. I can't stop him. I'm just going to have to hold... Oh, this is bad. This is very, very bad. And I can't have any... I don't have any more reactions with Abe. In hindsight, it would have been smarter to have my Marksman Frank sitting here because he could have taken some of the damage. I could have chosen... Oh, this is bad. Okay, well, anyway, we have to go with what we go here. So this monster's going to activate 1, 2. He's now in with Abe. He'll roll to activate. He got this, which he doesn't need because he's already moved into the spot with us. And he's going to attack us. So now what's going to happen is he's going to be rolling 2 dice, and he's going to be looking for bullets. Do I have any way to... Oh, sorry. I guess... Do I have any cards that says before they attack, before a minion attacks, because now he's within range 1. Play after a monster attacks an ally to half its damage. Ooh, that's good. So I'm going to hold on. I'm going to use, Frank's going to use this, and it's 2 away, so I can use that potentially to help save Frank. Do I have anything else that can help me? Dawn, do you have anything? Play before minion activates to prevent all... Nope, that's too late for that. Play. Nope, can't play that. And nope, can't play that. So anything that says play before a minion activates is too late at this point because the minion is already attacking. But this one works because it says play after a monster attacks an ally to half its damage down. So I can do this one. So I'm rolling 2 dice. I'm going to play after a monster attacks. That's great. So I don't have to use this until it actually happens. So I'll just hold on to this with Frank for now, and then if it happens, it happens. Perfect. Didn't even need to use it. We got a total miss. So this monster made it into this spot, but totally missed. We are lucky. Now we're going to activate the next monster, which is this guy here. So he's going to go 1. Let me see here, actually. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2. Yeah, he's definitely coming over here. So now he's in here with Abe. Same situation. We roll 2 dice. We're praying that he rolls blanks. He rolled a ton of damage. So what we're going to do here is we're now going to play a reaction card from Frank that he can do up to 2 away with his ally. And it says he's going to use his cover fire. Play after a monster attacks an ally to half its damage, rounding down. So essentially we got 4. It's going to knock it down to 2. The great thing about that is that I have 2 cards on Abe. So I can discard both those cards and still am alive and not knocked down yet. But next hit's going to knock me out. So that was really, really needed there. Now we're going to activate these 2 guys in the back. This guy here will go 1, 2 to get closer. We got to roll for his activation. This is getting so bad. Oh, no. No. Oh, now we're in trouble. So he's going to be in here. This is where I think Abe is going to fall. We can't do much about it now. He's going to roll. I don't think I have any more cards that I can help. Oh, no. I do. Before that minion activated in the first place, before that minion even activated, I had some cards in my hand that I could still play because I'm just forgetting, but you can play before a minion activates, prevent all minions in that location from moving, but not attacking. So I'm just going to, but it's 2 away. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Nope. Nope, can't stop it. It's there. All right, so he's in there, and that's essentially the bad news. Now we're going to go ahead and roll 2 dice. This is where Abe gets knocked. And there you go. We got 2. I do potentially have a reroll, but it doesn't matter because regardless, I don't have the cards to do it. So at this point, Abe is knocked out. And this is where things get ugly. So I'm going to leave you guys on a little bit of a cliffhanger here. This is the very first time that one of the characters has been knocked out. One of the very first things you do when that happens is this coin right here gets flipped from its head side to its tail side. And I'm going to tell you what we do going forward as soon as we jump into the next part of Fireteam Zero, and we'll see whether or not we can survive the onslaught of the corrupted animals. Until the next episode, guys, thanks for watching, and keep on rolling solo.